Hi everybody, I'm Justin. I make concept art for Midair. Yeah, so I guess what I'm going to be doing for the next hour and a half is like working on some painting stuff, and then probably some other kinds of more technical drawings and stuff like that. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll just be doing this. Yeah, so this is kind of like a back and forth sort of process, I guess. We'll see where we get to in the next half hour, but like I tend to like kind of work into these things and like draw things, and then I kind of come out of them and I work on colors, and it's like the process for this is a little more mushy than you might think. Drawing something is a little more straightforward, but like the paintings can be like kind of a little less, oh, the music's a bit too loud. Okay, sorry. Turn that down. Let's go with that. As that. Is that better? I think that's better. Anyway, so I guess I'm just gonna start. And there's a few things that I like to do with these. Like, it's kind of hard to work on paintings in full color. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll actually take everything and composite it into one layer, and then sort of desaturate and work on it like that. So I'm a little confused about these colors, so I'm going to actually be working on this like only in value for the present time. Oh, Chris, should I drop it a little more? Okay, fine. All right. How's that? Is that better? Let me know. Let me know. Sorry about the whole volume thing. All right, that's good. We're gonna call that good for the volume. Actually gonna get to work now. All right. So I guess some people like have a very specific set of brushes. I kind of just sort of took the standard Photoshop ones and modified them slightly so that I have like ones that just are basically all pressure sensitive, so that they kind of change with the pressure that I have. Like, that's really the only thing that I like. I do like some textured brushes, and I guess it's sort of weird, but like I actually prefer like really straightforward, blocky and like rounds. Like, that's about it. Like, that's all I really use. So yeah. So I guess what we have here is sort of like an ice map, and I'm going to be trying to get like a mood going here. There's like something I've been interested in this concept is there's like kind of like rolly, kind of smoky hills going on. Hopefully that's something we can get to like kind of come across in game. So make it feel like kind of cold and I don't want to say desolate, but I guess that would be a good word. Just get this thing kind of feeling like it's really, really freezing. Also, another thing that I'll do in these is I'll start to like begin concepting other assets. It's kind of like a nice way of like kind of like organically doing that. Like, for instance, the standout here is like not really something that we've begun working on. Stealth kind of just had an idea for it, and we worked on that. And there's a very basic stand there at the time, and I just kind of painted over it, and it's kind of going in a direction at this point. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I should mention. This is something that some of the guys on the team just pointed out. When I hit space and I move around, it actually makes a Windows sound because of the fact that I don't know. There's something weird with like the Windows binds in my version of Photoshop, so please bear with me on that. Sorry about that, guys. That might be happening semi-often. Yeah, so I kind of like to go through and sort of detail things, and I don't have like a super organized way of working on concepts like this. This is sort of like more of just like an expressionist kind of painting. It's not necessarily how things will be on the map, but it's kind of just for us, for the purpose of like us kind of getting a feel, an idea of like what things should be looking like how things should be feeling. So it's a mood piece. Like this is sort of the way that we approach doing that. Gosh. There's that bing, by the way. That's what happens. So like if I move around, it's like a little weird. All right. And so kind of like, I'll go through and I'll smooth out these kind of weird, hard brush strokes and try and make them a little bit more like read more like a painting. It's kind of what I'm doing right now. Is just sort of like clean up work on some of these things, see if they read better. Like this is supposed to be like a little snowdrift on the side of this, I guess, platform. Not really sure how this is all going to be working in game. I guess we'll see how this actually manifests in terms of like a 3D model. But like, I don't know, we may actually make meshes for these snowdrifts, or maybe we'll. I mean, I know there's a few options within Unreal for us. Like we can do some procedural stuff. Like, well, I guess there's a lot of stuff that we could be doing, but just all going to work it out in this painting before anything else. That's something I wanted to. This is something I wanted to fix before when I started. It's like making these look a little bit more like actual icicles or something like that. Sorry. Oh yeah, here's another interesting thing about it. Like we were talking about this as being a, like in a way of enhancing this kind of like cold feeling that we're trying to go for. Probably get some steam and stuff coming out of like the vents and playing around with like little particles and stuff just to make it feel like you know the air is really cold and you know the temperature is really low. So. Yeah, that's right, we have like little grooves in here, I want to get that. Okay. Sort of having like a weirdly hard time getting these snowdrifts to read like snowdrifts. I don't know. This is kind of like the way it happens. I futz around with like these little details, and then I kind of pull back and look at it from like a wider angle and sort of get a feeling of like where I should be working. It's like this sort of endless process. It's actually, it can get kind of bad. Sometimes I'll get like really wrapped up in doing this kind of stuff, and like time management is actually like a really difficult thing when you get into doing something that's like creative as this. You end up like getting lost in like, you know, these little ideas you have for things, and you know, oh, maybe this could be like, you know, maybe this could have like a second level to it, or you know, maybe there could be like lights on these vents, and you end up doing these kinds of things. Oh, why am I adding black and... Yeah, I did, Chris. So the black and white is actually, you know, when you work in value, it's easier to like deal with like, it's like taking color out of the problem. So like you'll add color later, and then you're like dealing with the problem of color after you work on the problem of value. So it's like kind of like a painter thing, I guess. I did learn that in a painting class. So. Oh, Shanks is here. Hi, Shanks. I miss you, dude. So I'm probably gonna try and make this look more like an upper steam vent or something. See how that works. Right. So these little gray splotches are like me trying to get like some shadows going, because there's a light source on this. It's coming from like the right side of the screen, and I'm ignoring it, and I'm trying to like fix that. Oh man. I don't know if I like that. Maybe that's sort of reading a little bit. Okay. Get that back. Snowdrifts probably goes back further. I'm gonna fake this a little bit. Oh, that's another thing. When I do these paintings, it's like I'm often working from like a screenshot of a map that we're like working on, or or like something really basic. So like it has like some kind of architecture already going, like, you know, map that sort of works, or something that we're testing, and so then I'll be painting on it, and the end result, my painting will oftentimes really not reflect the like the specific like hill and valleys and all that stuff, and it's really just to get more of a sense of like mood and like how the map is supposed to feel and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting, like the process for this. I get that. I like that a lot. I have this like weird vent thing, so it looks kind of like a heat. I don't know, work on that a little bit more. Meh. Hello, Pit of Zombies. I like your name. It's very cool. It's not somewhere I'd want to be. I take that back. I'll totally hang out in the Pit of Zombies for as long as I could. I'm sure that would not last a long time. So these are like trees that were in here. I'm probably going to add them back in, like just as a painted element, because like the way they are right now, they're like part of the screenshot and they're really sitting out from the rest of the painting, and I'm probably just going to like have them in there sort of as like a painted element rather than this. Like I'll come back and just do some really dark, liney brush strokes. Make that work. It's all very sloppy right now. Oh god. A lot of cleaning. It's like it takes a lot of time to get something that like doesn't look like a sketchy mess. Gotta clean things. Bob Ross would faint? No, Bob Ross would have finished this painting already. Like that's what would have happened. Kind of just like floundering here. Trying to get something that like sort of works, I guess. There's this kind of distance thing here, this background stuff. Smudge tool? Oh, okay. I can't say your name. Ilk Izam. All right, we'll go with that. I don't really normally use a smudge tool for anything. I find that it actually like kills my performance. Like, I guess it has to calculate a lot of stuff to do with smudge. I also really don't like incorporate that into my like whole painting style. I prefer to just blend and model like with just the paintbrush. So I'll sample colors or values, I mean in this case values, around what I'm trying to paint, and I'll kind of like get a feel, like a general palette just by sampling the Izam. Okay, cool. I'll try and get like a general palette from like sort of the colors around the thing that I'm working on. So like right now I'm trying to get this tower to like kind of stand out a little bit, but so I'm just grabbing like values from around that area and painting it. It's kind of weird having to try to get this horizon to pop. Deal with it. Hi, Race Beast Day. Nice to see you here. Welcome to the Midair stream. Yeah, I'm gonna have to correct some of this stuff. Probably gonna go and do like some larger, add some layers and do some like gradient adjustments so that it looks less flat, kind of reads flat to me from really far away. So I'll probably be messing around with the values on a different scale. Thank you, Jordan. Are you talking about my hair? Or are you talking about Oh, okay. How does the concept art... I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Pit of Zombies asks, how does the concept art fall into the development of Midair? Do the map makers pull ideas from it? Or is it more for lore? Actually, it's really more for the map makers trying to, like, get a sense. It's really just, like, me trying to provide Davey and... oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't... Like, Stealth and some other... And, like, most of the other guys with... content so that they can start to get inspiration, like start to make some decisions on like environment art or like for buildings and interiors and such. So it's like really just a point, like what I'm doing here is meant to like inspire the other members of the art team to like sort of like what they could be doing, like give them ideas, like help them flow. So that's it. Oh, so flow is hair in Canada. That's interesting. Alright, so we got a light source. Oh man. Okay, so T1 Meth just said, to digital, we need some oil painting. Now that is something I'm very interested in doing. I'm totally down to make some beautiful oil murals of like old school like tribes stuff. Like I've seen those like old school tribes images. They're like really cool. I mean, I actually have no idea how those are made. If they're like, because they're like the old T1 concepts, right? Like they must be. There's no way they couldn't have done this on like on a tablet. Like they must have. I don't know. I have no idea. If anybody knows how the guy that made all the T1 concepts made them, please tell me, because I'm actually super interested in that. Also, if anybody has any copies of them, I'll buy them off you. Oh, really? Okay. So they are oil pieces. So we might actually have to do that. Oh, I have to check this out. Oh, man. Oh, my God, this diamond sword. Oh, it's so cool. All right. This is great. Oh, this is so cool. All right. So a little background on me. I actually go to Pratt in Brooklyn for digital art, and one of my professors is his name is David Mattingly. I had him, I want to say last year. David Mattingly did all of the book covers for the Animorphs. He did some work on Blade Runner. Oh, really? Sweet. Do you live there anymore, or like? Oh my God, small world. I mean, I'd say come over and hang out, but like, I don't know if you're there anymore. Anyway, so David Mattingly is he's like an old school, like really old school matte painter. And it's funny because his name is David Mattingly and he's a matte painter. I don't know why he chose that profession. Anyway, so he was my professor, and he introduced me to like a lot of work that's very similar to this kind of like old school T1 kind of like illustration, this like space opera tier. It's great. Hell yeah, man, I'll go to BAM. I want to hang out at BAM and like talk about this game. It's totally fine. I actually saw Star Wars at the day before they did like a pre-screening at the big one, the BAM Harvey. I saw episode 7 there in IMAX, and it was like life-changing. It was really, really awesome. I'm so excited. I'm like making friends here. All right, I gotta look at this thing in color now. I'm kind of getting sidetracked. Let's work on. Let's get this. And I gotta reduce this. Sorry about that, guys. It's something I deal with like every day, by the way, so bear with me. Oh man, I have to step away from this painting soon. So what we'll do is we'll check this out with some colors. Some color layers back here that I was using beforehand. Not really satisfied with them right now. They don't really work for me. But... So I guess I kind of have to think about what we're going to be doing with these colors. Man. Oh, the sky can't be orange like that, certainly. I want this to feel icy. Yeah. It's like it's a weird. I'm having a weird like time with the values here. It's gonna be sort of what I was talking about before, where I'm gonna like go in and like sort of start adjusting things sort of at a larger scale. I'm gonna start doing that now, actually. The hills definitely will not be brighter than the clouds. Hey man, hi Seymour. And so there was a time when my hair was a lot shorter. It was probably about, I want to say, like, 3-4 years. And now I'm back to it being long again. I guess this is the next time you're seeing me, so. Hi. All right. Actually, I should probably be so there's like different brush modes that you use, like and they apply differently. So like an overlay brush will like it won't just like apply a value over what you have painted. It'll like multiply what's there by the color that you have selected. It's kind of weirdly technical stuff. But, all these brush modes will change the way that your stroke looks, basically, on the painting you're working on. So I'm just going to darken this area up and see like what happens. Erase into it. It's kind of a back and forth, like I said before. It's like this weird kind of, can be a little difficult working on this stuff. I think what's going to help me is actually looking at the original. Yeah, so this is sort of where we started. I'd be adding this color back in on the buildings and trying to get these towers in the back to sort of pop. Right now I've kind of like destroyed them. I actually might just bring that back in from the I'll like bring back in some of these elements from this thing. So I'll go in and I'll erase. Did he really? I didn't like. Mabel has never like told me about that stuff. I honestly have no idea how the math behind an overlay brush works. Oh yeah, Geek of Wires. So thank you for the follow. I completely missed the notification on that. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, man. All right. I'm gonna try and like get this original screenshot kind of like back into the painting to some degree without like losing it there. Oh, Crackling Knuckle asks, interesting, what map is that one going to be based on? Well, I think we're just sort of working on this one from the ground up, so. I can't say if this map is going to be based on anything. I can say that I used to enjoy playing Frostbite a lot. My favorite map. Definitely like those. I don't want to lose these hills too much. It's getting kind of splotchy. Gotta control this better. Oh, thank you, dude. Actually, I think I like the way my hills look better. I'm going to take these out. Start working the color back in here. So you want it to feel cold, but you know, I have this tendency for like cold things to go. I go a little bit more green on than I do towards like purple, and I don't know. It's kind of like a struggle getting these colors to like work right. And I want this warmth. Just don't know how I'm gonna apply it. I don't think that's going to do me. Yeah, I kind of have fun sometimes. I just like twirl through the colors and see like how things read in like, you know, acid green or Oh, thanks for the suggestion, Jamie. I'll definitely look into that. I mean, yeah, you kind of just like, you open up Photoshop and you sort of like work on things and you don't really, or at least like I don't really understand how most of this stuff works. I just know like what it does when I do it. You know, like I'll just like, oh yeah, okay. Dodge brush, like whatever. But yeah, no, when I was taking that matte painting class, actually, a lot of the education was like how certain layers work and how things will like multiply. And, it's definitely like an interesting thing for me to know how to do. Oh, you know what's going on here? I have to move this stuff down. Okay, there we go. All right, all this stuff back here is like really old and I'm not gonna use it. So I don't. Yeah. Probably take that selection, duplicate this layer. We do want the sky to definitely not be like brighter than the or darker than the terrain. It's a good call out. So we'll be working on that a little bit. And what I'll do here. Oh no, Seymour, I'm not. This is my illustrious dorm room. I like that. I don't like that dark band that's coming out though. Why is that happening? Ooh. Okay, it looks like... Oh, I just heard a thing. I think I just got a follow. And I don't know who, because it's not telling me, but thank you, whoever did it. Okay. Jordan has informed me that it's FD It Mon Nam, which is an incredibly fun name. Thank you for the follow. Props to your fun name. Name should always be fun. I'm actually getting a little bit over time here. I kind of want to be like manage my time a bit better and work on some other stuff, but I feel like this is just like not working out for me right now. I gotta be a little bit more diligent. I think I'm gonna start working in color. That's gonna just help me like figure things out. I'll probably give this like 5-10 more minutes and start doing some detailing on some of these things so we can understand what they are. Like these little objects in the foreground here. Yeah, basically we want the sky to be like a little darker towards the edge and then lighten up. Kind of blend into the distance. Yeah, I guess I can say that it's like nice to work in value. And it's like the appropriate way that you should be doing these things, but I don't know. Oh yeah, Centauri is right. I guess it is the other way. Oh. Void spawn, I should say void spawn, sorry. Guess we can try that then and see what that looks like. A bit darker. I don't want this to be. Yep, you guys got me. I'm like kind of wrong. Okay, Davey informs me that Visit the Barber Shop has followed me on Twitch. I don't know what's going on here. Like, I guess I'm kind of like a noob. I don't really know where to see where these follows are coming in. Oh, that is very funny. Getting picked on. Oh my god. God. It's my hair, man. It's my life. Well, this is working. Okay. I'm getting somewhere now. You guys were right. I'm gonna have to like add some stuff in here. I'm gonna have to like add those trees back in. It's kind of looking really sparse to me right now. I love you, Seymour. I know what you're doing. I love you. This might be like a bit much. Turn it down a bit. Yeah, I'll go with that. Spruce trees. We had some like we did have some stuff like that in the original. You guys can see here. I believe Davey modeled these trees out, and I don't know, he's kind of working around with that. Like, it's always tricky with stuff like this because you don't want to like get in the way of like routes or people moving around. Like placing trees is like rough, so I try and like, especially when I'm painting and doing stuff, I'm like always thinking about like where we could populate an area with like foliage or like shrubs or whatnot, and like not get in the way of like any combat or movement. It's actually kind of like really hard to do that, like because most areas are going to be engaged because of the fact that the players all have jetpacks. So yeah, I'd probably add that back in like the painting. Give a suggestion of like color. It's just like kind of not happening for me. It's this weird band. Get rid of that. I'm using a lot of like soft rounds today. I really don't do that much. Most times I'm really just kind of hard brushes everywhere, and it's been my go-to, but I don't know. I guess like when you're doing like broader stuff like this, it's sort of like gets you to where you sort of want to be quicker, I guess. I mean, because it all depends, really. Just like killing all the detail, that's like my problem. I gotta get back in there. But not really into this yellow color. It doesn't work for snow at all. Maybe like a blue or something. I think green is kind of neat. It doesn't really work, but like let's see. Get this horizon going. It's like really not there. This is normal. Okay. Tricky because you want to get like the light side of these hills too, and make sure that you're not ignoring the light source, because that is not good. Alright, well, it's getting a little later here. I'm probably going to, not having much luck with this. I think I'm actually going to get into sort of one of these designs here and, see if I can work out exactly how it happens. Yeah, so let's do that for a while. So I know that we're going to need to figure out how this stand works, so I'm probably going to take this and sort of work on it in isolation a bit. I'll come back to this painting when I feel like a little more fresh. I'm kind of hitting a bit of a writer's block with it, I guess you could say. That's sort of the nature of working on things like that. It's it can sometimes you'll have this burst of inspiration. Sometimes it'll just be I don't really know. And I don't want to say that I'm not necessarily sure about what I'm doing, but that's kind of the way it works. Alright, so, I'm sort of into this flag stand design, so, I'll probably do... What I will probably do is, start designing it, in line. Alright. Oh, you gotta follow. Thank you. Act for impact. Really appreciate it. Sweet of you. Alright. So I guess the architecture of this thing is kind of funky. Let's start out with some basic shapes here. I mean, the way that I saw this originally is that it sort of has like these kind of units. We'll see if that works. Once I get my stupid eraser brush to be less big. And less soft and everything. Yeah, what this snow map is actually is really just Finland. That's what's happening. All about Finland. This game is about Finland. It's kind of got this weird sort of square shape with an inset. This is something we do a lot. It's these weird squares with these insets in them. So I don't want this to protrude. And we got this line, comes up a bit. So I guess I should probably mention this is kind of the process for coming up with like assets, props, interior sort of designs and such like that. Like if we see, like if I'll paint something, it'll be like an interesting looking wall panel. It's like, oh yeah, what is that? How does that work? And then you kind of have to take it and bring it into this, bring it into kind of like a vacuum and work on it so that it's more clear to somebody who needs to model or design it further in 3D or implement it. That's kind of what I'm doing here, is trying to make sense of this stand. Maybe something that we use, may not. Let's see what happens. I think it's a cool design so far. I gotta get these. So this is kind of like a pedestal that you might stand on. I like that the questions that I'm getting are really just about my hair. I'm gonna put it up. I use the cheapest shampoo I can find. Oh yeah, I should say Vandergrift cares about what hair products I'm using. Thank you for caring. Well, to be specific, it's actually just really cheap, suave, probably Ocean Breeze flavored shampoo. Ah, that's better. Oh, hey, dude. It's been a while since Legions, I guess, right? Is anyone in here still playing Legions? I know there's like bugs and stuff. Oh, Seymour, just trying to get me going here. It's working. Oh, you did? You had bugs yesterday? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I miss Legions a lot. Had a lot of fun. That's how this whole thing started. Let's be real. $20 people? Oh, hey, Fixie. Oh, goodness. So welcome to the sketchiest, sloppiest flag stand you'll ever see. It takes a while to clean these up. It's like this, you start out like really scrubbing around, like just doing whatever. Like, what is this gonna look like? It's kind of hard. So yeah, this white dot, I should say. This white dot in the back here. This is sort of like my own kind of like language for like, I want this to be a light. So that's something that you like in my concepts I do. It's just like put these like kind of splotches of like really bright color and just like, yeah, it could be a light. It'd be nice. I love lights. Making sci-fi stuff here. It's gotta be, we're gonna have lights everywhere. So maybe this would be like some kind of like, I don't even know what this is. Like I kind of think of these like light conduits. That might glow or something. And let's work out some detail stuff that I might want to see there. Kind of envision this being like this block that has like these bigger panels. I guess it would be over here too. I get this trim. Yeah, so this is probably something that like another artist could start working on now, like at least blocking in the shapes for. So you're kind of going from this like sort of really abstract, splotchy painting to like, you know, a more digestible concept to then a final 3D. Or not final, but you know, just starting to move into 3D, and that's sort of like how this works. Like you basically, I mean, it's sort of weird. Sometimes you'll have an idea, and like the best way to do that, the best way to execute on that idea is like to block it out in 3D, which is something I'll probably do before I end the stream. I have some stuff that I want to address, and what I'll do is I'll start the concept from a 3D shape, and that's another way of doing it. But the way we're doing it here is we're starting from like a painted concept. So there are a few ways that we make these assets sort of work. All right, so, okay, let me think. I remember that there was supposed to be some kind of like these platforms were for on top, these platforms were for like defense, and then we were gonna add some other platforms down towards the bottom so people could get up. So let's see. Oh, Seymour, no. Void Spawn always hits the light conduits. He's very good at that. We have a good relationship with drawings to model. So this is going to be connected with like some kind of arm, I guess. I'll address that later. Come back to that. Let's see, this is like being like a rounded. Down here we have this kind of stuff going on. I'll do cables, you'll see. I'm totally gonna do some cables. These kinds of like hoopy, long, dangly cables are actually something that's I've yet to find a really good solution in 3D. Like Maya doesn't do these things very easily. Like what you have to do is you have to start like from a spline and then extrude a spline along another spline. It's like this weird, convoluted process. But I know that Void Spawn actually has some really easy way of doing it inside of Blender. So. Oh yeah, you should know that none of this stuff is going to be collidable. Like this all hangy dangly stuff. Like, nope. No. We all learned our lesson with those candy canes. We learned. So I guess I gotta like. Oh, so bug spray. I wanted to mention to you, you actually showed me an artist once, a long time ago. Maybe not that long ago, but like a while back, called Kim Jung-gui. And he does these really hyper-realistic kind of drawings. And I've been looking into this guy. He's got like some beautiful stuff, and I've been following him on Instagram, and I've been thinking more and more that I actually might like, I don't know, reach out to him and like find out like what his whole process is, and like communicate, network a little bit. He's got some great work. Oh, okay. So we got a new follower from Vic Garfer. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm trying to get these like other platforms that might be down towards the bottom here. Make this stand not terrible for defense. What's weird to me, I'm pretty sure this is square. I don't know why this isn't looking... I'll just fake it a little bit. That's all right. Thanks for the link, Center. Yeah, he does these really beautiful drawings, and he does them like I think what yeah, no, he does he goes to like a lot of conventions. He's very famous, but I was thinking about sending him like an email and just like seeing if he responds. It's kind of the way I've always done it. Just reach out to some artists randomly. But yeah, he has really beautiful work. He has some of these drawings of like monkeys in spacesuits in space, and they're like all very, very like detailed. And all of his work, the thing that really catches me about his work is that it's all like the perspective of it is like it's like he's drawing it as if he's seeing it through a fisheye. I guess the way he does it is like sometimes the way people will design a set of a drawing is by doing like these kinds of like grids that are like spatial. So you kind of set up like a perspective, and you block things in. You just start with like really big blocks, and like I've been looking at his work for a while, and I kind of can only imagine that it's set up like in these. He works down, like he starts with a big grid, and then he works in blocks, and then he takes those blocks and uses them as a way of. I mean, I could be completely wrong about that, but that's sort of like at least how I've been digesting it. Yeah, he does these beautiful, beautiful things. Considering like there's this one thing that I've been looking at for a long time. It's just this image of like an astronaut. Like I think his mask is like blown open, and he's like exposed to the vacuum of space and stuff. And it's like It's definitely kind of spooky, but it's really cool. And I was thinking about, like, you know, maybe getting that tattooed. That's what I was thinking about. I'll share that with you guys. I pull up a link to it right now, but I'm kind of like absorbed in this. I don't know if this is going to work like this. I mean, I could probably do the block out for this stand if need be, but kind of thinking of like this cross geometry sort of down here. It's like these buckets. I don't know. I might renege on this idea. Yeah, I mean, like I've seen some of his live drawing stuff at this point, and he really doesn't spend any time like graphing things out. I bet he just kind of just mentally does it. I think once you're that practiced and have that much experience doing that kind of drawing, it just ends up being like a second nature kind of thing. But it's like totally something that I mean, I wouldn't say that I'd ever do that kind of work. I mean, it's definitely something that inspires me. I really like his ink, just the quality of like drawing in ink, like heavy ink. I think I don't know, I guess he uses like, I don't know what kind of pens he's using, but they're definitely like really heavy. Like heavy ink things, and something I'm into is like very graphic. Get this to go back. Oh man. I mean, yeah, I guess he does kind of like go around and do different types of. I mean, what I see from him most is like large format, like ink drawings, which is what I'm about. Right, so I don't really know how these work yet. Alright, so that would, I guess the rest is going to sort of be submerged in the snow here, so I'm going to figure out what the architecture is going to be like down there. Sort of like where the block would be. Fixie, you have no idea how long I spent. Well, actually, maybe you do. Were you there when I was working on that thing? That god? That... I'm gonna be swearing on my stream about old school dam models and legions. I got really good using hammer, though. It took a while, but I got really good with it. I was proud of myself, like using some old school BSP editor to make like in-game models for that. Took a lot of time. That's actually how I spent most of my high school years. Like after school, I'd just come home and like work on drawings and then models in Hammer. I mean, that's sort of neat. I'm like into that. some kind of conduit down there. This line is not straight because I am a failure. Here we go. It's probably good to look at this thing without the back. Yeah, you guys get to watch my meltdown. It's gonna be great. I'm pretty sure that's why Santuri is here, is just to watch me like flounder and then inevitably just melt down on stream. It's gonna be great. Yeah, that's not right. Damn it. I think we can probably like bring this up. Kind of want this line. Let's see. All right, we're gonna use our mouse here. This line to be like that, really. TBH. Okay. I appreciate your patience. It will happen. I mean, that's not even... Right, I guess we'll do that again. We'll do that cross trick. It's kind of like a cheap way of getting like a faked out perspective. That's sort of what we're looking for there. Oh, man. Vandergrift is asking how concept art for the team started yet as in just red versus blue or faction based. So I mean, it's sort of like up for debate. We're not really designing around like, I mean, we kind of leave that open. I guess I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't want to answer a question I'm not really sure on. You can. If you want to ask like Bug Spray or Stealth about like factions versus red versus blue, it's sort of more their speed than mine. I kind of just draw stuff that I'm told to draw. All right, that is actually, even though it doesn't look right now, yeah. See, at this point, it becomes like sort of like it would be nicer if there was a 3D asset underneath that I would kind of have here to like make it less about me trying to figure out like foreshortening and stuff, and more about me just designing around the shape. Because like now I'm designing like these things that are heavily based on like perspective, and it's like kind of funky. Get a little bit funky. I mean, it's not so bad. Could be a lot worse. I'll say that much. Could be a lot worse. I guess this would have like a notch on it. Kind of like a... little notch there. See, here I am trying to figure out a silly perspective on this thing here. Whatever. It's actually not important. I just want to get this design out. So let's see. Yeah, this is going somewhere. I'll probably put like a little extra divot in here. Oh wow, so it's like getting a little late here. I probably want to move on from this for now. This is like a nice starting point for 3D artist. Kind of get like a gist of what's going on. Start to block it in. I mean, I could block this in, but I think what I'll do instead of this is we actually had this other concern where we wanted to be addressing like some concepts for hand grenades. That was something I was going to do today. And, you know, we got a few minutes, 15, 20 minutes. We can go a little over and get that stuff started. So I'm like sort of happy with the way that this is going. Yeah, I'm a little scarce. I'm like a senior in college and I'm making this like 4-minute animation right now. It's like absorbing my life. So I actually don't have a lot of time to dedicate at this point, which is like really sad because, you know, this is fun. I enjoy doing this stuff. But I don't know, that'll change. All these things change. Man, I really don't want to stop working on this, but, you know, I think it'd be important for us to get those grenades at least started. Let's see. Okay. So, all right. So what I'm going to do now is actually a different way of concepting stuff, and you know, give you guys kind of like an example, a taste of how that's done. So, hand grenades. So I had some ideas for how that actually might work in 3D, and then I, you know, they're like spherical and cylindrical, and you know, I kind of want to not have to worry about doing the drawing for that like from scratch. So what I like to do for these things is I'll make like some primitive kind of like very basic blockouts for things sort of as like a guideline to work from, and then I'll bring that into Photoshop and kind of work from there. So I'm actually going to move this over. Okay. Let's see. Actually, I don't want that. I want this to be a square. So I guess for now, we'll probably just do like 3 really quick ones. Where's my tool settings? Discrete. Actually, so I'm going to triangulate that. All right, 5 degrees. Finicky. Really? I'm failing. Here's what we're going to do instead of that. We're going to do this really cheaply. No. Yes. Yes. Yeah, a little tetrahedron. That's technically what that is. It's also much bigger than these other shapes. Yeah. I think what I'd like to do here is actually take out this hemisphere. And then, yo, is Santeri talking smack on my modeling speed right now? Listen, buddy. These could all be grenades. So I guess maybe this wasn't really that necessary, but I mean, it's definitely helpful, right? So really basic. What I might do, what I like to do sometimes is actually set up like little, really quick lighting condition, just so that like, you know, it's easier to see when you take the screenshot and work from the screenshot. So like I'll do like a quick like 2-point lighting setup, so you kind of have like that. A key light. guess I kind of want this one to be a little brighter, so you can see these shapes better. And then take this camera. Let's make this environment. Yeah, I want this to be green so I can delete it. There we go. Right, so the purpose of me doing that is so that I can take these and use them for delete that background. So I guess I'll probably just save this in my Midair concept. Weapons. I have a grenades folder. I think I've concepted on grenades before. Whatever. Yeah, so. Naming conventions aren't necessarily the best, but we'll work on that later. There. Concept. Let's get that up. Weapons. Grenade. Okay, cool. So bring this in here. Let's magic wand that thing out of there because it's garbage. Die. I gotta rasterize it first. Okay. So, I mean, I guess what I'll do, I'll probably do like. I'll just start with one design for each and kind of work from there. So I'll reposition these so they're not like all clunky weird. Yeah, sure. Very basic. I mean, I guess I could do a sphere, but whatever. Alright, back to the line here. Okay, so this would be a cool shape. Probably gonna do a few of this shape because I really enjoy it. Might work. Look at the outline. The edges probably be a little more rounded than it's perfectly sharp diamond shape, and we don't want to be holding that, so I don't know. How would this work? I guess let's do. It's a little low. Stupid. This would be more like that. Yeah. Not really happy with that. Let's see. And kind of like design some stuff into this, so I feel a little better about it right now. I'll move on from this in a second to the other ones. Uh-huh. It's probably cooler, like some kind of, I don't know. We'll come back to that. I don't know where I'm going with that yet, but let's see what happens. Probably just do a few. Some cylinder shape. So yeah, this would probably have like an inset, maybe. Oh, I'm kind of into that. An idea there. Okay. This would be. I'm gonna get. This would be a little smaller. 5. Whoop. Let me see. Okay, so Dave Meister, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you, Alan, for telling me. Miss you, buddy. Yeah, this could be cool. Yes. Some kind of paneling over here or something. I don't know. Figure it out. Later. I don't like it. Actually, it's going. It's gone now. Goodbye. But I feel like this would be like a neat area for like a glow. Like as the grenade is like armed or primed. Primed, I guess? Primed. Oh, how much, Dave Meister, how much are those writing pads that you hook up to your computer? So it's a tablet. It's called the tablet. I have a Wacom tablet. I think it's a 19-inch, and when I bought it in 2011, I think mine was $400. It's probably, I would assume it's less money now. They have a newer one. It's probably like $300. You can get like a bamboo tablet for like, I guess, what, like $80? Santori, is that right? Yeah, I mean, people that I work with at the school here are all like very much into using the Cintiq, which is a monitor basically that you can draw on. It's an industry standard thing. It's not to my taste. I actually prefer to work on a tablet. They're less expensive. It's less. I mean, they're way less expensive for obvious reasons. It's like, I don't know. I mean, if I break this thing, I won't feel bad, really. I'll be like, yeah, it's been a long time. Thank you. But I don't know. I mean, there's also something weird about working with a Cintiq versus a tablet. It's like, it's a different experience altogether, really. Some people really enjoy it. I think maybe if I did it for a while, I'd probably start to like get on board with it. But I mean, I really just won't until this tablet basically stops working. I'm going to be using it. So. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Alan. Pratt has 2 rooms filled with Cintiqs. 20. I don't know what the biggest size is. It's they have like 24-inch maybe. But yeah, I guess tablets are quickly becoming like a thing of the past. It seems like, you know, now that the technology is there for there to just be like drawing directly on a screen, it's just like, I don't know. I guess if I had like one of those companions that you can just basically put flat and like carry around with you, I'd feel better. But those are basically like computers. They're basically like computers. They do have that one though that is not. My friend Nico has this sort of like portable Cintiq that's basically just a big tablet that she puts in her bag that has a screen on it. So she uses that, and it's pretty great actually. It cost her like $2,000 though. I'm not about to spend that money. Yeah, so this might be light. I like this design. It's cute. I'll probably work on it a bit more before anything else. Let's like a little circle over here or something. Nah, I'm not really into that. I don't know. Gotta arm it somehow. It's gonna be like a button or something, I guess. Maybe that's the button. Oh, how cute that is. Little baby. Wow, okay. I will not be talking about that right now. And then, I guess we're going to do this one. I kind of see this as being like a nice opportunity for like a cool slanted... I guess I'm kind of thinking like a flashbang or something like that, but you know, maybe definitely more sci-fi, science fiction. So I guess I said I would stop at like 5:30, but I don't know, I'll keep it running for a while. Actually, guys, I am going to go and use the bathroom real quick, so I will be back. Santeri, check this out. Look what I got. For you, buddy. Oh man, I really don't like that grenade on the left. I'm gonna kill it. Yeah, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna work on these two for now, because I don't know what I want to do with that one yet. Playing it safe with these cylinder grenades. Fly in my face. Oh, Geek of Wires, did you like the left grenade? Because I'm gonna do something similar, don't worry. No, sorry to kill your vibe, dude. I will totally continue working on the diamond one. I don't know, I see some like coils in here or something that like kind of gets heated up or something. That's a weird little thing. I don't know. I think I like that. Whatever. Should be straight, I guess. Straight is probably better. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh man. Yeah, I think like the problem here for me is that like this thing is like so like I can't see a way to like hold it. Like it has to be smaller. I think next to the other ones it just reads as like this huge thing, so I'm gonna make it a little smaller here and maybe I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Idiot, wrong layer. Okay. Work with this design a little bit. Yeah, prepare for this meltdown, dude. It's gonna be great. Man, I don't know how this is gonna... God. I don't know why I'm worrying so much about this right now. Honestly. Move on. I'll probably use this down here. I guess, screw it. Let's work on a few other kind of sketchy designs here, because oh, yeah, here we go. I'm into this one. This has some potential. I probably make this a little bigger. That's right. We're gonna do one that's just a straight box. That's right. I have this tendency to make these things sort of look like chemical drums sometimes. I've noticed this. Reminds me, some of these like this one particularly kind of reminds me of that. If you guys watch Breaking Bad, the drum they dissolve that guy in, that's sort of what this reminds me of. Maybe that's what it's called now. I don't know. It's kind of feel like this should. Okay. We don't have any sphere ones. We're gonna have to make some spherical ones here. Oh yeah, they really they did away with that kid, didn't they? I've actually been rewatching the show. I just watched Better Call Saul, so I've been going back and watching Breaking Bad because it's got me in the mood. And yeah, It's funny though. If any of you watch Better Call Saul, you should totally go back because there's like bits of that show that like reference like little offhand things that like Bob Odenkirk says in Breaking Bad, and it's like really fun to like catch those. Like there's this one part where he like in Better Call Saul he impersonates Kevin Costner. I guess Bob Odenkirk kind of does look a little bit like Kevin Costner, but yeah, I was watching Breaking Bad, and he like the reason that came up in Better Call Saul is because like he mentions it in the car with Walt, like in passing, I guess like once in the other show. It's just like kind of funny. It's like this weird offhand thing that they must have been like, oh, that's actually really funny. We should turn that into a whole part of an episode, and they did. It's great. Oh God. What's another shape? Anybody interested in seeing some like grenade shapes? I'll totally do them. Let's see. So we kind of have like the triangle already. This diamond one. This diamond one really kind of sucks. I can't think of like a good way to do this. I feel like I've designed something like this before and it wasn't hard. Triangle grenade, yeah, it's kind of the way to go, right? You can fit your hand around it like a diamond sort of, what is that, four-sided shape? Like I can see that working better than like a, what is that, like eight-sided, like a, can't really see myself putting my hand around like an eight-sided shape. All right, so I'm probably gonna do this for like another, I'll be on here for another 10 minutes and then I'll let you guys go. Figure out what these other two grenades are gonna look like. Oh man. I guess I want to kind of dig in this cylindrical thing, or spherical thing rather. Do like ooh, I know. I'll do one with like kind of like chamfered edges on the sides. Yeah, I think instead of this, I'll do that. Oh, and I'll leave that there before I erase it. I just chamfer the edges of this square one because it's honestly not going to be used if I just make it a square. Frisbee nade, that's a neat idea. I actually really like that idea, dude. Yeah, I guess these are all kind of like solid shapes. Like maybe we could do one that has like a chain attached to it or something. That's gonna take a little more time to design out, I guess. Kind of like the Frisbee idea. That's really cool. Actually, I'll probably just expand this. A ring and a handle? Oh, these are good ideas. Okay. Izam suggests Tesseract. Shaggy Poo wants a dodecahedron because you hate me, I guess? Is that why you want that? Let me see. A ring, I like ring. A handle. A cylinder that fits into your hand. Okay, Pit of Zombies wants a handle and then a cylinder that fits into your hand, extends out to form a grenade explosive part on the end. That's kind of cool. So sort of like a stick grenade that kind of like comes out of the shape. That's interesting. These are all good ideas. Let's see what I can get done. Bowling ball grenade. That's interesting too. I don't know how this would work at all. It's kind of like a little slots for your fingers or something. I'll figure that out later if we're going to do that. It's kind of fun. Leave that there as sort of like an idea. This is boring. I'm going to get rid of this. We're going to do, instead of this, we're going to do that that ring one. I like that ring one a lot. And it's also really easy to sketch that out quickly. Actually, I'm not even going to take the time. I'm just going to do this. Hey, actually, so the ring would be more like... I'm tempted to... I'm tempted to take up your challenge to draw the dodecahedron grenade. Justin. I will do it. Just be like a really big spiky ball. That's basically all that is. Alright, yeah. So, probably like 5 more minutes, guys, and I'm gonna call it. This Frisbee is a good idea, dude. I like this. It's like fun-loving, explosive, incendiary device. I love fun. Yeah, no, gotta give Santerra some credit for that. It's pretty smart. It's like very in the mood of what we're doing. I'll probably work more on these later on. kind of looks like a deflated pancake right now. So as you all can see, this is sort of a process that takes time and concentration. Oh yeah, I remember that. So a pit of zombies, I do remember that being a thing you could do. I think our ring would actually be a better answer for that then. When I think about it, if TA had a spin fuser that you could throw, we should have a ring that you could throw. Maybe like there's like a little floating piece in the center. Ooh, I love, that's pretty neat. Is it just one E or is it two E's? I think it's, yeah, it's two E's. Alright, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, whenever you're doing these things, you really have to number your drawings. This is actually something that I'm pretty bad about doing habitually. I'll upload a concept and they'll have no numbers on them, so people will be like describing the concepts in order to like communicate ideas about them. It's like really bad. So always number your cut sheets so people that are looking at them will know what the hell you're talking about. An 8, 9, and then this, and that. Alright, interesting. Okay. Alright, so, I mean, I'm a little over time here, so I think I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I guess thanks for watching, and, I don't know, maybe you'll see more about this, more on this kind of stuff later. Probably do some more streaming after this, but, yeah. So thanks. See y'all later.